So day 2 of my cleaning and purging is going on right now. I have a huge, my room is a mess. It's kind of been destroyed since I started this whole like organizing all of my stuff, and I am just trying to I'm basically just tearing apart my room and starting from new. I'm ripping apart all my shelves and all my stuff. I'm going through all the products that companies have been sending me and finding places for them. And that's another thing is like when I get products from companies, I love it and I really appreciate it and I use the stuff, but then sometimes I just like shove it in a corner and I forget that I have it and then it goes unused. So I'm really, again, trying to get rid of anything that I don't need. And speaking of that like whole cleaning method, apparently my mom had this book this whole time, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. So yeah, this is the Marie Kondo method that I was talking about in the last vlog, but apparently she had this book and has read it, so she left it on my bed for me so I could read it if I wanted to. But for right now, I'm just trying to get our room under control. Forgot I had a doctor's appointment today. So I'm going to the doctor basically. I still have to schedule my endoscopy for my upper GI system or whatever it's called. I'm supposed to get an endoscopy done just to check out my ulcer and to make sure everything's okay and it's not anything more serious. Apparently, because my blood panels were okay, there wasn't like a huge rush. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous to like have somebody stick something down my throat. My sister-in-law's had one done and I asked her about it and she said it wasn't that big of a deal, so I guess I won't worry too much. I need to stay offline when stuff happens because what I end up doing is like Google stuff online and I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I guess like they put you on your side and then they give you something to relax your tongue or I don't know, so that you don't like gag or choke on the thing, like you're awake the entire time. It's my biggest issue is I don't want like a thing going down my throat while I'm awake. That sounded bad. Okay guys, so I totally stopped vlogging yesterday because I was so tired. Like, I should open up the window, let some light in. I spent all of last night just cleaning completely. If you saw me on Instagram or Facebook, I was a little bit of a monster. I just tore apart half of my room. But I was gonna show you real quick some of the progress I made. I still have half of my room left to go. As you can see, that right there is a huge mess. It's full of products that I'm gonna get rid of. Products that need to go to the bathroom. But I just got out of the shower. This is what it looks like when I just get out of the shower. It dries so fast. Like, it's just amazing how fast it dries. And then I usually just like put some volumizing fiber in it and then blow dry it, and then I decide whether or not I want to curl it or keep it kind of like this, but poof. I've been really loving it. So I completely tore apart these shelves. I don't think I've ever even shown you guys like a direct shot of these shelves. They were a horrendous mess. Like, I have it in my mind for some reason that like if I have a space I need to fill it, but I love the look of simplicity, so I don't really understand why I have that like thought in my head that I need to like shove stuff to the extreme. But so I moved stuff around here, my camera bag and stuff like that, my workout stuff's at the bottom, my mat that I like to use at night, my coloring book, my markers, my iPad case, my photo albums right there, and it's just simple. Over here I did clean up my end table as well, and then the top of my thing I totally cleared off too. My computer usually sits there on its stand, but that's just completely cleared. My nail polish looks a lot better, organized, cleaned, and then my makeup desk. Usually my makeup desk doesn't change that much, but I did go through and I got rid of like 4 palettes that I wasn't using and then a bunch of lip products. So everything that I have now is stuff that I will be using and stuff that I love and use on a regular basis. I know it still looks like a lot of stuff, but considering how much I had, I mean, if you think about it, I've gotten rid of like 12 palettes in the last 6 months, so that's pretty good. I still need to clean off the stuff up here, but I did tear apart every single drawer, so now I have all of my stuff that I have stocked up for, you know, future use. But this is basically all of just like my products that are waiting to be used, which if you guys remember, the products that need to be used drawer used to be that huge one down there, so that's progress. But right here is just gonna be my makeup brush cleaning stuff, so all of my soaps and then my little Babybellykelli sunflower tower. Down here is all of my face masks. I organized them and went through them and also threw out anything that had expired, which actually nothing had expired, so I was pretty excited about that. Down here is my work slash techie kind of drawer. It's got all of my cords in here all organized and all cinched up. And here's all of my kickboxing stuff. And then down here is just all of my like travel friendly stuff. So all of my little lotions, anything that I would use to travel. This is my nail polish box for like all of my nail tools are in here. And then I have like my little bags that I use to travel are down in that one. And over here, my closet is done. My shoes are still up there. My designer bags are up there. Designer, that sounds so hoity-toity, but I don't know what to call those. Like, those are just the specialer bag, more special bags. Everything's hanging like I showed you the last one. I went back and refolded all of my long sleeve athletic shirts in the way that the book suggests, because it's just so much nicer. I still need to work on my jewelry tower, my underwear tower, which is right here. I need to go through all my necklaces still and do those. I have laundry that I need to put away. That's all the trash and stuff that was just like gotta go. I gotta clear out that because that's where John shoves stuff. I don't know why. And of course all the drawers, like I showed you in my last video, are nicely folded. So I'm pretty excited with the progress I have made. Like I said, it's not completely done, but I mean, at least that half of the room looks really nice now. But it was really nice to wake up and look over and not see just clutter everywhere. So we're in the car and we just picked up YY. Hi YY. So now we're just gonna run some errands. So I wanted to know if I'm the only wife that plays the hypothetical game with her husband. Me and John just played this little game of, if I died, who would you allow my friend, like what friend in our lives would we allow each other with? And I told John that I would allow him with Lisa. Like if somehow me and Bill died in a car accident or something, and I don't know, I would allow them to get me, like I wouldn't be mad about it, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't be looking down and being like, that's assuming I get up, you know, to heaven. I wouldn't be looking down and thinking like, oh man, I hate her. She, you know, totally moved in on my husband. I would be okay with that. Although it would be a good Oprah episode because like, you know, our situation it would be kind of funny and weird at the same time. The other person that I would allow him with, I think it'd be my friend Sydney. Not that any of my other friends I wouldn't allow him with, I'm just saying that like there would be no hate or love lost there. Like I'd just be like, aw. Although she's married too, so we'd have to kill off her husband.
Two people for that to happen. It seems really weird. Like, why do you want to play that game?
This is where I go. I'm like, that's not, like, I don't know. I'm weird. I like hypothetical games.
They're
fun to play.
Hypotheticals.
Yeah. Well, because I think it's a good way of like learning about people's like personalities. Like, I don't know. I'm pretty confident with our relationship, so it's just like fun to like joke about that. Not joke, but like just to like think about that kind of thing. I don't know.
Neither do I.
I can't be the only person who plays games like these.
Yeah,
which leash do you want? The pink one or the sparkly one? Okay.
Can you put it on for me?
Yeah.
In the coat.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mommy.
What else do you want? What?
My sister.
What's Sissy's name?
What's your name?
I'm white.
Gotta
Wyatt?
tell her.
What's Sissy's name?
Kaya.
How do you spell it? K-Y-A?
Mine's W-Y.
T-T?
Sorry?
We're gonna get all of them.
Are you really?
I don't know when.
Hopefully you guys stagger them like you did the dragon.
Exactly,
That's
yeah.
helpful.
Yeah,
for
yeah.
making out.
I think not, we're not getting them for the spring.
Okay.
Because we already know what we're getting.
Yeah.
Probably the summer. Right?
Okay.
Maybe 2 more in the summer. You guys jump 3 times, save lots of energy. Jump 3 times. 3. 1, 2, 3. I stop. Spin in a circle. Find the way home.
I want this.
You have it right.
Okay. We are home and I am attempting to sew Chase's hat on his head. As you can see, it's a poorly constructed design to keep like a hat on a stuffed animal. So John was like, we're returning this if we can't get it to stay on the head, because he's like, I'm not spending the rest of my life putting a hat back on a stuffed dog, which is so true. Kai like 6 times in a row was like, can you put this back on? It kept falling off. So I am going to just sew it onto his head. We actually went to Build-A-Bear just to get an outfit for their Build-A-Bear stuffed animals from a few weeks ago that we got them. But I don't know, I caved. I like seeing my kids happy. I know, I spoil my kids. You don't have to tell me that. I know I spoil them, but I don't know. They love Paw Patrol, and I sold all my clothes and stuff doing, you know, my purge, and I don't know. You know what? I got rid of the stuff that didn't give me joy so that I could get stuff for my kids that gave them joy. So I don't think there's anything wrong with that. As long as they don't become brats. Once they become brats, then I'll put my foot down. But so far, they're okay. Well, it's not perfect, but it stays on now. There's her hat, or his hat. I stitched on his hat on the two sides and in the front. And then I also stitched on the backpack to the back of his head, so that way that won't fall off now either. So the only thing not stitched on is the clothes. But Kai was complaining that the backpack kept coming off, so I stitched to the back of the head and it won't move now. So, voila! Build-A-Bear 0, Mommy 1. Now we'll go take Chase downstairs to his owner. It's Chase coming to the rescue. Where's my Kaya? Where's my Kaya? There she is. Morning. So it is Saturday, and we are on our way to the Y to go work out. I am exhausted. Like, I wish going to the gym with the whole family wasn't so exhausting in itself. I feel like by the time we get out the door, it's like, okay, let's go back home. But yeah, so we're gonna go work out, and then my friend Sydney's coming over after we get home, and we're gonna have ramen and hang out a little bit, and that's about it for our Saturday. I don't think we really have any other plans other than that right now.
Yeah, last time she was making out with me.
We're talking about a baby, not a woman.
She was just.
Although that sounds even worse.
A silly baby giving me kisses. I didn't know very well.
This sounds weird. Anyways, we're talking about my friend's kid. Anyways, so we're on our way home. We did about a 45-minute workout. I did a little bit of elliptical. I did 2.5 miles on the recumbent, and then I did some weightlifting, trying to ease myself back in. Some of you guys have been asking if I still do kickboxing. I actually canceled my membership because if you remember in September, I injured I tore ligaments in my right wrist, and it's just now finally healed. But, you know, it's been like 4 or 5 months since then, and it seemed ridiculous to be spending $100 a month on my membership when I couldn't work out. So I had to go and get a doctor's note. So I went back to the doctor, and he said, yeah, you shouldn't be doing kickboxing. I actually stopped doing yoga for a while. I continued that back up though as my arm, because that's how I hurt it, was I fell doing a yoga pose, and then I went to kickboxing that next day and just effed it up. My wrist is finally weight bearing, so I'm gonna start kickboxing again. I think instead of going back to classes though, even though I loved going to classes, I loved it, and I would highly recommend it to anybody, especially just for a year, just to get like your motivation to get back working out. Because you can ask John, I was in the best shape. Was I not in the best shape when I was doing that? My moods were better. Yeah, like I miss it so much, but now that we've signed up at the Y, it doesn't seem conducive to have both memberships anymore. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna buy a kickboxing bag from Amazon. I already have one picked up. I'm hoping by the end of next month I can get the kickboxing bag in the basement, because I know all the routines, I know all of whatever. I just need, you know, the motivation to do it, and I have all of my, you know, gloves and stuff and whatever. So anyways, so I will be getting back into kickboxing next month once we get our bag.
Oh, great timing.
We just got stuck behind a funeral session.
It's so not funny.
You know what, John? You're mean.
I have dark humor.
You're a jerk. Oh goodness, we need to go do something karmically good so nothing bad happens to you.
It's a big one too. I think it's gonna go on for a while.
You know, what's really sad, and this is the way I think, is what if only like 2 people show up to my funeral?
Well, I'll be there probably. Unless I'm already dead.
I don't know. I'm like the most depressing person right now. It doesn't look pretty anymore. I already mixed it. Ramen. I life hacked cupcakes. These are melted marshmallows on top of chocolate cupcakes.
Can you put this book on?
Sure, where does it go on?
It goes in here, but it has little spots. Where
does it go?
It goes in here.
Oh, it's the kid's seat?
Yeah, no, it's a little kid's seat.
Oh.
Pretty well buried in snow.
Where is she living now?
Charlottesville, Virginia.
Oh.
Ah, no! Happy birthday
Doing homage.
to you. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, they're like little chef hats.
Ouch.
So it is Sunday and we're on our way to church. One of the woman who actually married me and John and actually did all of our premarital counseling and then also did counseling for me is preaching today. So we are gonna go and see her because we love her. The kids are up ahead of us. My mom and dad took them and yeah, we're just gonna have a nice Sunday doing that. We had a really nice dinner yesterday. It's my dad's birthday on Friday, and so he was kind of running around doing a bunch of stuff. Like he went and visited my sisters and like my aunts and uncles and stuff while he was on this side of the country. And then there was a funeral. Like he was super busy, so we celebrated a little bit late with him. So we're on our way to church. It's really nice out too, and it's warmed up quite a bit. I hope you guys in the East Coast are staying in warm and indoors.